a 36-8-4 record on the season. Delaware, 5-38-3, 17 points on the year for the Thunder. But the Thunder are a team that has not lost hope. And in fact, they've really been doing a heck of a job just really trying to find themselves as a franchise, as an organization. They continue to battle. They continue to try to figure out what they can do to improve. They have brought in new names, new faces, trying to make things a little bit better up here and just try to find a way to play some winning hockey down the stretch. For the Thunder, if you don't think there's anything on the line, that is not true whatsoever, because this Delaware Thunder team at this point playing for jobs for next season, 100%. These guys really know that they need to find a spot, whether it's with this franchise, whether it's with another franchise. So the Thunder looking ahead and really trying to play their best hockey down the stretch here. If they can pick up some wins along the way, so be it. For the River Dragons, meanwhile, they come in after winning 3 in a row against the Mississippi Seawolves. And Columbus would like to keep their winning ways going. Now, for the River Dragons, they had a little bit of a rough time last time against Delaware. The Thunder really gave them a go. And Columbus, very mindful of that. They do not want that to happen again. And so for the River Dragons, that one's going to be another thing. Believe it, it'll be in their top-of-mind presence. It's like, hey, guys, there's no easy outs here for the rest of the year. For the River Dragons, it is going to be every game is going to be a battle. Everybody, and we talked about this earlier this week on the Coach's Show. Jay Krupp was there, and he mentioned that, you know what, this year he feels like the team has had a bullseye on its back since the beginning because they started out so well, and other teams have just continued to get better along the way. Now, if you look at Delaware's record in the 5-game set so far, well, they've managed to pick up a win in a shootout, but they also pushed the River Dragons to a shootout that they lost. So 2 out of the 3 have gone past regulation and made it through the overtime. The only big win for the River Dragons was back on the 18th of February. That was a 9-0 win. But other than that, they've been 1-goal games in a shootout. So Delaware has played competitively against the River Dragons. They need to be mindful of that, even though they're 2-0-1 against Delaware this season. Still, we are radio only on the broadcast here tonight. If you were happen to be looking for us over in the River Dragons YouTube, I do want to mention that there will be no River Dragons YouTube feed of the game this evening. So this is the only way to catch us, and we appreciate you being here, whether you're listening through flagship station 106.9 Really Rocks, Columbus's Real Rock Station, or our radio affiliates WZEV 90.5 FM, Classic Hits of Lineville, WBRQ 91.9 FM, Blues Time of the City LaGrange, or WQEE 99.1 FM, home of Southern Sports and Talk in Noonan. We'll take a break right now in our pregame show, brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air. When we come back, we'll take a look inside the numbers here, as well as we've got some more stuff coming your way, including that Zelmo's Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard and our chat with head coach Jerome Bichard. That is all coming up in just a little bit. Stay tuned. There is plenty more coming your way. This is Columbus River Drive.
Your comfort is our goal at Air Doctor! As a Mitsubishi Electric Diamond Elite dealer and trained comfort specialist, we offer expert installation and service for Mitsubishi units and trained furnaces. Be at ease knowing your system will keep you warm during the winter. Call now and ask about the Energized Delaware and factory rebates available. Mention this ad and save an extra $500 from Air Doctor when you purchase a new HVAC system. Air Doctor Heating and Air Conditioning, taking your comfort to another level.
during the pregame here a little bit. You know, sometimes you never know what you're going to get out of those pregame chats. Sometimes it's, hey, how's it going? Sometimes it's, we're setting this up for later, right? But I've got to tell you, the River Dragons are going to be facing off here this evening against the Delaware Thunder team that are wearing their St. Patrick's jerseys. Still have those going. The party continues here in Delaware a week later, so good for them. And they have those on. And so we'll do our best to keep up with the names and numbers there for you as well. But the River Dragons right now finishing up their warm-ups, and they will be dressed, of course, in the classic whites with the city name Columbus down the front and a sash from the right shoulder to the left hip. And we've got our chat coming up in just a little bit with head coach Jerome Bicharb. We'll talk to him about the weekend coming in and getting ready to go. Things a little bit of a different vibe here this evening. And again, want to remind everybody, radio only this evening. So thank you so much for joining us as we're getting ready to go in a little bit. So a couple of things I wanted to bring out and talk about. First of all, no Adam Vanelli this weekend. Vanelli had a personal commitment, so he will join the team on the road trip as they head to Binghamton next week. He is not here this week. And he will be replaced in the lineup tonight by Edgars Ozelinch. Ozelinch getting back in. But a couple of guys to keep an eye on. And you know what? It's nice to see Jacob Kelly has started to warm things back up a little bit. Kelly has reappeared on the goal-scoring leaders in the FPHL. He is now third in that category. And, boy, it's really nice for Kelly to get his name back onto that list. He had... I don't want to say stop producing. He did not stop producing, but it certainly slowed down just a little bit in there for Kelly. And so for him, I don't know if there was really a pressure, and maybe it's an interesting thing. I'll get a chance to talk to him on this road trip here, which starts in Delaware tonight and tomorrow night. But to see if he ever felt anything like that, or perhaps if, he just said, hey, I got to keep doing what I'm doing. The chances game, they certainly came earlier in the season. And Kelly, again, back at third in the FPHL in goals scored. And now he's got points in 3 straight games. So over the weekend with Mississippi, had at least 1 point in each of those 3 contests, as did Michael Greco. And Greco is a guy I wanted to bring up and talk a little bit about him, because you want to talk about someone whose game has experienced a renaissance this year. It is definitely Michael Greco. I think in the first half of the season, he was drawing penalties, but then kind of the flip side would happen, the reverse of which, the frustration comes to the surface. Or, let's face it, when somebody gets you, the human instinct is to want to get them back right away. Unfortunately, that lands you in the penalty box as well, and so it negated some of those power plays for the River Dragons in that first half of the season. Well, now that look has changed a little bit, and I think that Greco's done a nice job drawing those power plays for the River Dragons, not getting back at whoever, takes a swing at him, might take a run at him. He's turning the other cheek. And, hockey is the sport of, hey, take a number. You can always get back to that guy. Believe me, they're all going to be there on the ice throughout the season. You're not going to miss your chance. But really, a remarkable turnaround. And Greco is a guy who has a chance to be quite possibly one of the most valuable weapons in the league, just from the standpoint of being a pest and being a physical presence. Then you throw in his offense on top of that. And his ability to contribute to this hockey team really rises. And in the playoffs especially, boy, that's where it's going to come in big time. Yes, it gets you points during the regular season, but the River Dragons are interested in winning a Commissioner's Cup. And if that extra power play in a game in the playoffs is what makes the difference, if it's what brings them the win, that's going to be such an important point for this River Dragons hockey team. Believe me, that's going to be a valuable service. So it's good for the River Dragons to see them heating up, as I say, down the stretch here a little bit with some of these guys. Just wanted to point out a few of the names who had been playing better as of late. Lane King had points in 2 of 3 over the weekend as well, as did Josh LaBelle. And, of course, Chuck Costello dropping the hat trick on Sunday. He was also on our Behind the Bench Coaches show during the week. And, Costello saying, hey, I didn't play Saturday night, so I got my chance Sunday. And he was out there with a lot of determination, with a lot of grit and a lot of wanting to make that impact. And he certainly did. So for Costello to come out and have the impact he did on the game, I know that that's something that meant a lot to him. And pretty much the same lineup here today as it was Sunday against the Delaware Thunder. Again, with the exception, Adam Vanelli out with a personal commitment this weekend. He will join the team on its road trip during the week. So Edgars Ozelinch into the lineup here tonight. Let's take another break here in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. When we come back, we'll have that Zelmo zip-in out-of-town scoreboard for you, and we're on our way towards our chat with head coach Jerome.
Your comfort is our goal at Air Doctor! As a Mitsubishi Electric Diamond Elite dealer and trained comfort specialist, we offer expert installation and service for Mitsubishi units and train furnaces. Be at ease knowing your system will keep you warm during the winter. Call now and ask about the energized Delaware and factory rebates available. Mention this ad and save an extra $500 from Air Doctor when you purchase a new HVAC system. Air Doctor Heating and Air Conditioning, taking your comfort to another level. Your comfort is our goal at Air Doctor. As a Mitsubishi Electric Diamond Elite dealer and trained comfort specialist, we offer expert installation and service for Mitsubishi units and train furnaces. Be at ease knowing your system will keep you warm during the winter. Call now and ask about the energized Delaware and factory rebates available. Mention this ad and save an extra $500 from Air Doctor when you purchase a new HVAC system. Air Doctor Heating and Air Conditioning, taking your comfort to another level.
and the Delaware Thunder. As the Thunder take the ice, the River Dragons are already out on the blue line, lined up. I'm Tom Callahan. Thanks for joining me here, River Dragons fans, and we want to welcome in everyone watching on the Delaware video stream here this evening. Yes, you got to put up with the road guy tonight, but I will do my best for you, I promise. So thank you so much for joining us as we're getting set to go here in just a moment, and they will introduce the starting lineups. Then we'll have the national anthem, and we'll get things underway. Let's talk about the starting goaltenders for tonight's game. It'll be Murray Liam starting for Delaware, and this will be Liam's first start of the season for the Delaware Thunder. So a little bit of an unknown here, and maybe giving a little night off for Jacob Nichenko, and Spencer Kozlowski will be the backup here this evening. But Liam Murray going to go ahead and get the starting nod here tonight. For the River Dragons, it's going to be Christian Pavlos getting the nod. Pavlos is 5-1-2 on the season since joining the River Dragons. He's posted a 3.26 goals against average, an .893 save percentage, and 1 shutout on the season. Do want to remind everybody that if you are a current River Dragons season ticket holder, you can now renew your seats for next season with no price increase. A minimum $50 deposit per seat ensures you won't miss a minute of the action, and the price is not going up for next year, so no price increase for current season ticket holders. Again, renew your seats now through your iTix account, and a $50 deposit per seat will renew you for next year. Also, River Dragons playoff seats will go on sale. Single game seats April 17th. 7-game playoff packages are on sale now through the River Dragons office. And if you are a paid-in-full season ticket holder, you may be eligible for a credit. We'll talk more about that in a moment. national anthem complete before tonight's game. Tom Callahan here with you, broadcasting live from the fairgrounds here in Denver as we're getting ready, or Delaware. Jeez, I put myself halfway across country. In Delaware as we're getting ready to go. Thunder and the River Dragons. Now, Thunder fans, number one, it's bad enough that you got to listen to the away guy tonight. But number two, these Gaelic lettering and numbering on the back of the jerseys. Number one, the nameplates are not the real guys' nameplates. Number two, there's no numbers on the shoulders. So, odds are real good. At some point, I'm not going to know who someone is. My apologies ahead of time. But here we go. Let's do this. As they say, let's do that hockey. So indeed, do not adjust your screens if you're on the YouTube side. Yes, those jerseys are green. Delaware Thunder and the Columbus River Dragons, first of two on a weekend set here between the two teams. River Dragons will roll left to right in front of our Harvey Lumber press box for period number one. Underwood with Kelly and Moore out there to get it underway, along with Frasio and Ozelinch. And the puck is dropped. Here we go. It will be controlled immediately by Delaware as they try to put it up through center. Instead, intercepted by Ozelinch. He will dump it back in. Chasing after it is Ivanov. They'll play it around to the near wing side. Delaware looking to get it out of the zone. They do manage to get it to center, where Frasio on it. We'll get it back across D to D with Ozelinch. Stretch pass. Looking for Kelly on the back door. That was picked out of the air. And now Delaware the other way, trying to tip it in is Wolf. He's in over the line. Leaves it up top. And the slot is shot. Pavlos stick save as he knocks that one away into the corner. Now puck play with a high stick by the River Dragons. We'll get an early whistle here, just 37 seconds into the first period of play. And this first period is brought to you by SunSouth John Deere, equipment for those that do. Face-off will be to the right of Christian Pavlos. Delaware controlling. They'll throw it in around behind the net. Centering attempt, and that one is knocked away by Greco. King will pick it up the right side wall. King ahead. Storjahan and Jemayev the line here. He tries to center. Jemayev chips it in front, and that one is caught and held by Liam Murray. He'll hang on for a face-off coming up to his left, electing to let his centers try to do the work here. A couple of quick whistles to start this one out. King in for the face-off. In against Houston Wilson. He wins it back towards the point. It's pushed out past Greco, and now quickly up the left side. Attacking is Milushkin. In with a shot. Pavlos the save. And just getting a piece of it with a stick there. And the back check was Storjahan. Now up the left side. Here's a feed for Jemayev. In by himself. Tees up. Lets it go. Murray the save. Rebound scooped away by Arvidsson. He'll move it ahead. Wilson attacking on the right side, and that gets knocked off a skate into the netting. And we get a whistle here, just 1:18 into the first period. River Dragons will change up the lines once again. Doe, Wickline, Costello out up front with Petrie and Rogers on defense. Legacy in for the face-off across from Wickline. And the puck pushed towards the line, did not make it out. Wickline will chip it up the boards. Puck ends up at center. Heavy collision there. Delaware ends up with it. Bank pass to the right side, popped up in the air, ends up on the wing, and the Thunder push ahead. Centering attempt goes off the skate right back behind the net. Puck on the near wing, trying to cycle it around as Little. Curling in front of the shot, and that one missed on the glove side there. Basie tried to go high to that far corner. Back onto the near side once again. Here's Andrew Little. The centering attempt. That one is chipped away off the stick of Lagasse. And now to center is Costello, breaking up the left side with speed and behind the D. Costello, forehand shot. Murray save, and the rebound knocked to the corner. That one is sent all the way back down to the River Dragon zone. Ozelinch has to hustle to get back there after it. He'll leave it off to Frasio. And the River Dragons on the regroup. Now Delaware turning it at center. Pass deflected there by Moore, but it makes it into the Columbus end of things. Underwood all the way behind the net after it. Tried to feed that one up top. He is checked off on the far side wall. Delaware feeding the right point, now swung over to the left side. Shot coming in, again wide of the net there as Basie couldn't find the goal. Kept into the right wing corner. Delaware attempting a cycle, but the puck picked up by Kelly. He got it to the line and out. River Dragons able to move it ahead now. Here's Underwood up the left side. Underwood on the wall, dancing in the left side corner, put it behind the net. Moore out the far side, has help coming from the point, feet in front. Kelly couldn't hang on to that puck. Chipped off the glass and out. Greco will tip it along to LaBelle. Now quickly back in, here's Kelly, he's got help. Moore on the left side, Kelly with a wrist shot. Murray the save, and we'll hold on to that. Face-off will stay inside the Delaware Thunder zone. 3:10 gone here in this first period. Scoreless between these two teams. Face-off is tied up in the corner. Storjahan immediately pushing in after it. They're looking for a little help, but it swung away from Jemayeff. And now Delaware up with it. Milushkin in over the line to the left side. We have an offside call. This offside is brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. If your sides are a little off, book online anytime for your next appointment. You can also book online 24/7 through their Instagram and their Facebook. Jemayeff in for the draw. He'll win it back. Storjahan. They knock it away to center. And Delaware throws it right back into the Columbus zone. River Dragons trying to regroup quickly here. Jemayeff looking for a place to put it left side. Storjahan couldn't handle the pass. Continues to pursue it, though. Ends up back to the Delaware D and quickly out to center. Thunder will tip it in on the left wing side. Greco finished his check on the near side on Milushkin. The puck in behind the River Dragons. That LaBelle, a little trouble, turned over to Milushkin. He centered, but that was pushed away by Jemayeff. To the point, puck does come out. River Dragons ahead, too far for King. And that'll be an icing call. Columbus, who could definitely use a change there, not going to be able to get one. Well, it is a chilly 51 degrees here in Delaware, but if the temperature in your home isn't comfortable, call Air Force Heating and Air. It's actually expected to get cold enough to snow tonight here in Delaware, and you never know with March in the Northeast. You have no idea if you're getting the lamb or the lion. Face off to the right of Pavlos, controlled by the River Dragons. Storjahan cannot clear the zone, kept in right side by Legacy. Puck to the near side. Greco swings it around to the point. Nice job by King to one-hand it down, but, well, no icing now because Murray came out to play it, and he tried a long stretch ahead. That did not connect. And so now Petrie will go around after it. Quick pass onto the left side. White trying to catch up with it. Sent right back in. Petrie onto the right wing side. Rogers looking up. He'll back up with it. Watched on the forecheck there by Weber. He goes back to Petrie on the left side. Petrie to the right wing. Picked up by Doe. Doe pushing ahead into the zone. Puck in his skates. Behind the net, here's White. White tied up back there. Now Doe trying to pick it out of the pile. Puck poked free side of the net. Wickline couldn't get it to go, but at the left point, Petrie sends the roller into the corner. White on the cycle ends up with Wickline. Behind the net, Doe on the near side corner. Doe, right point, Rogers stops, waits, wrist shot, block, tip just wide of the near post. Around it comes on the right wing side. Rogers stepping up from the right point. Wickline at the right side, able to keep it in. Delaware backing up with it, swinging around on the wall, and now the Thunder out to center ice. They will dump it in as the River Dragons change. Pavlos way out to play it, coughed it up on the wall. Quick shot of the net, just missed. There's a good thing Pavlos recovered. Puck cleared out to center off the mitt of Jacob Kelly. Delaware will turn it back D to D. And they'll try to settle things down a little bit here. Thunder pushing up ahead. A little stumble there. Puck coughed up. Ends up back with Kyle Moore in the River Dragons end. He evades a forechecker. Feeds Ozelinch at center. Tipped in by Underwood. Chasing back after it. Daniluk behind the net. Daniluk trying to slide through against Underwood. Kelly into the pile. Pulls it in front. Kelly couldn't get a shot away. Milushkin ends up with it. He weaves all the way back behind his net and out the right wing side. He'll gather speed. Up through center. Then he slows down. I think he kind of lost the handle on the puck there and thwarted his own rush. River Dragons with a stretch back the other way. Here's Mort. Picks up a bouncer, moves in. On the right side, tried to center, but that one did not reach Kelly as the pass was deflected. Now back the other way. Delaware, well, that rush thwarted right at the line. Jemayev quickly back on the right side. He'll move it to Moore. Moore cutting in. He's got some room to the backhand in front. John Murray the save. Murray slid over to his right as Moore cut right to left in front of the net on the backhand. Took it away. And now puck turned over down low. Here's a chance for Wilson moving it on goal. Pavlos with a poke check. And Wilson goes heavily into the end boards. He's still down. Shot in front. Blocked by Storjahan. And he's up and on his way onto the zone. Now here's a stretch, but King is offside. Oh boy, King is unhappy about that call. And now we get a little chatting going on with the bench, but a break. 7:13 into the first period. We are scoreless here in Delaware. Boy, it's been a doozy so far. We'll be right back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
Spring is here. Your to-do list just got a whole lot longer.
Here in Delaware. 7 minutes, 13 seconds gone to the first period. Scoreless draw thus far. River Dragons and the Thunder, first of two here from the fairgrounds on the weekend. There's a roller in towards the net. Pavlos will knock it away. Jemayev in that far side corner with it. Cycles it around to LaBelle. And LaBelle stretched to center again, looking for King. Didn't quite connect. Now stepping up Jemayev into the right wing side. Backdoor feed, tipped over the head of Alex Storjahan. King lost it in the high slot area. Now back the other way comes Delaware. And now the River Dragons quickly on the regroup. King up the left side, waiting for the cavalry to arrive. They do. He fed it towards Jemayev, but the pass is blocked and picked up by Wolf. And whoop, here we go. Greco's going to go at center. It's going to be Greco and Corey Allen. They are near the River Dragons blue line. Both squatting, circling, and here they go. Greco in with the right. Allen back with the right of his own. He fell down, and now Greco's just got to keep pounding the rights in there. The linesmen are in there. Allen's trying to get back up. They want to keep going. The linesman won't let him. Corey Allen. Tampa Bay Lightning pants and all. Gets to go with Greco. And Greco giving him a good pat after that scrap. I don't really know that we're going to get much extra out of this. I think that it's just going to be 5-5, and let's call it good and move on. Time of the scrap comes at 7:56 of the first period. Indeed, we will drop it back on the dot at center. 5-on-5 hockey. Oh, we still got some chatting going on down here, but just trying to figure out what exactly we're going to have happen. Alex Basie is talking to the referee still from Delaware, trying to get a handle on something here. All right, 5-on-5, we resume. River Dragons win the draw. Back here's Petrie on the left side. Try to move it to Doe, and Rogers has to chase it back into the Columbus end of things now. Rogers skips around a check from Wolf, plays it up the right side, and we get a whistle and a penalty in behind the play, an elbowing call. And that's going to go against Rogers, who I don't think he necessarily agrees with that one. But Rogers into the box for elbowing at 18-11, or 8-11, pardon me. And the first power play of the hockey game belongs to the Delaware Thunder. They are 7th on the power play this year, 16.7%. River Dragons still first on the kill at 87.9%. This penalty kill brought to you by First Franklin Financial, personal loans at the speed of life. And Columbus will start it off by getting the puck on down the ice. Liam Murray will leave it there behind the goal. And now Delaware breaking it up the ice on the left side. Pushing in is Milushkin. Milushkin on the left wing half wall. Putting it into the corner. That one evades the intended recipient. Ozelinch gets it back. Frazier skips it off the glass. Gets a reproachful look from Brendan Colgan. And Frazier with a little wave of apology as he comes up the ice, and now the puck ends up back with Frazier. Cut that one a little close. There you go. This time Paul just using the dasher to get it down. Frazier's going to join us in the first period intermission. Delaware on the regroup here. Power play time ticking down. 1 minute to go in the man advantage for the Thunder, and they are repulsed at the line. Frazier tying it up here on the near side with Delaney. Milushkin in that pile as well. Frazier pulls it out from Underwood skates. He'll feed it back to LaBelle. And LaBelle's just going to direct traffic. Costello's waiting at the far blue line. And he'll just enjoy the time ticking down. Costello doesn't even bother touching the puck. He was just out there as a decoy. Lets it go down. So Jacob Kelly and Kyle Moore out there to finish off this penalty kill. 26 seconds to go in that. Delaware putting it up on the right side. LaBelle back with it. Quick interceptors. Kelly flips it into space for Moore. Moore tried to cut around the D, but Kelly following the play right side. Here's Kelly looping back up high, and he'll just feed it out to center as the power play comes to a close for Delaware. They'll drop to 0 for 1. Here's Moore up the right side and over the line. He's got room. Knocked down over there. Gets back up. Try to free the puck to Kelly. Kelly cycling it down low. Moore didn't see it. That one will be fed around to the far side. And now here come the Thunder. Left side with a wrist shot. That one is blocked. And centering feed. That one off a skate as well. LaBelle got in the way of that one from DiCostanzo. And now here's Jemayev up with it. Over to Moore on the right side. He'll fire that one into the far side corner. Jemayev off angle chance. Murray the save the right post with the pad down. It's cleared out to center. And the Thunder looking to rush up the left wing side with it. Chipped in past Rogers. A roller in on Pavlos. He will elect to backhand it along. Rogers picks it up right side. Fan on a clear, but Jemayev there to help him out. Puck poked ahead. Storjahan on the right wing side. Storjahan moving in with a wrist shot. Missed the net. Left point. Ozelinch on the roller. Keeps it in. Down low. King centering for Storjahan. Never got to him. Taken away by Little. Little on the right side, bringing it back in over the line. He'll cut down low. Chance in front. Pavlos the save, and he holds on there with 8:39 to go in this first period. Time for us to take another break in the Sun South John Deere first period. We'll be right back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey. Allen. Wasn't much of a scrap, but it was something. We're still scoreless here in this one. 8:39 remaining in this opening frame. Face-off is one back to the corner in the River Dragons zone. Petrie will swing it around. Rogers up ahead. Here's Wickline on the right wing. Wickline will chip it in high into the air. Right side corner. Swung away from Costello on the far side wall. That one finds its way out to center once again. Columbus will regroup. Now they'll try the left side. Here's Wickline. Left wing stops, top of the circle. Rogers high slot in with a shot. Allen save as he caught it right in the chest protector and holds on. Boy, Rogers found himself in a nice shooting area there. Had a lane right to the net. Might have been able to take another step or two before letting it go, but gets it towards the goal. And Allen another solid save, getting his first start here tonight. Face-off tied up in the dot over there. Jemayev tried to pull it back to the line. Pushed ahead instead by Delaware. That'll be dumped in from center by Milushkin. Pavlos out to play it. Around the far side. Cut off on the half wall. The River Dragons able to move it away to center. Ozelinch pestered, lost the puck. Milushkin sending it right in front. A shot block. Rebound is still free, though. Wilson on the right side. His chance never made it on goal either. Kept in at the right point by Daniluk. In behind the net. There's a chance in front. Backdoor feed. That just missed. Wilson. Now cleared out to center. Columbus on it. Moving it heads towards your hand. Here's Jemayev to the left side with a shot. He scores! Alexander Jemayev with room on the left side of the hash marks, and he goes high glove, giving the River Dragons a 1-0 lead. Boy, that puck just bounced the right way for Alexander Jemayev to be able to take advantage of it. And Jemayev, Johnny on the spot right there. Nice shot, too. Picked the corner, his 13th goal of the year. 12:37, time of the goal. And the River Dragons get that all-important first goal, especially on the road. About halfway through the first period. Now let's see if they can keep the momentum. Here's White putting that one down deep. Ends up back on the near side. Delaware looking to clear the zone here. Storjahan and King end up with the assists. And now a heavy thump in the corner there as White went in. Missed his intended target. Back on the right side, here's Delaware driving to the centering feet. Oh, in front, right on goal off a skate there. It hit Underwood, and Pavlos had to make a save on it. A clever little play. Puck ends up in the bench, but Jakob Wolf put the puck in front, and he almost used the old bank shot right there. Yeah, it's good to see Lane King getting a point streak going here as well. We talked about that in the pregame show a little bit, but King's got points in 3 straight now. Puck ends up on the near side of the River Dragons end. They try to clear it out and do it. Here's Wickline pushing ahead. Doe hustling to catch him. Wickline in with a wrist shot. Missed over top of the net, and in fact, skips off the glass out of play. And how about Alexander Jemayev? 3 goals now in his last 2 games after not dressing for a couple. And you know Jemayev feels the pressure to perform. As I mentioned, 90-plus point guy. We've talked about this before last year in the league. Jemayev comes in. He's been in and out of the lineup feeling the pressure to really put the puck in the net. And he's starting to do it. Delaware able to move the puck in on Pavlos. A little bouncer in front, and Pavlos able to finally play it away to center. Had a moment of indecision about which wing he wanted. Dumped back in. That's offside. And the offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. Online at oldschoolbarber.com. Need your sides lined up? Book online anytime for your next appointment. You can also book online 24/7 through their Facebook and Instagram. They're open 10 to 7 Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday. The official barbershop of the River Dragons. Delaware moving it on to the left side as they bring it in off the faceoff. Milushkin curling in the left half wall, flips into space at the dot, kicked off Wilson, and in the corner Rogers flings it around to the far side. Daniluk keeping at the right point. Rogers on to the near side. King chopping to the line, not out. Long wrister in, but blocked off the skate of King, as Gafarov could not get that one through. Now Jemayev steps up as Storjaham with him. Jemayev left wing side. Nice job there as he's cut off by Daniluk. Puck around to the right wing. Rogers pinching down the wall from the right side. Still tying it up over there. Good battle by Rogers, keeps it alive. But the River Dragons have given up the zone as they start a line change in behind the play. Delaware the other way. Milushkin cutting it over the line with a wrist shot. That one was blocked off Ozelinch, who took a knee in front of it. Puck stays in behind the net, however. Wilson centers, but there was nobody there for it. Pushed away by White. They'll move ahead with Moore. Moore on the right wing side. Cutting in wide. Sending it high slot, but it hopped over the stick of Kelly and back down it goes. Rolling puck ends up with Frazio right side. Tipped on down by Moore. And electing to hold on, Murray flops the mid over it. That'll get us to our final break of the first period, brought to you by SunSouth John Deere. It's a 1-0 game. River Dragons in the lead on an Alexander Jemayev goal. Back of the war in a moment. It's River Dragons hockey.
Way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Back here for Columbus River Dragons hockey. Let's take a break. 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons hockey on WKC at HD2 Forbidden South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
And we have a moment for some ice repair going on just inside the River Dragons blue line. So again, a reminder, if you're just joining us, we are radio only on the feed here tonight. If you're looking for us on the YouTube side, wondering where we went, in Delaware, we are radio only tonight and tomorrow night. Back to video for the Watertown and Binghamton games coming up next weekend. And also want to remind River Dragons current season ticket holders that renewals have begun for the 2023-24 River Dragons season. You can lock in your seats from this year with no price increase for next year. A minimum deposit of $50 per seat ensures you won't miss a minute of the action. Now, the renewals are for active season ticket holders only, and you manage it through your iTix account. So log into your iTix, and you are able to manage it. If you do have questions, certainly we are there to help you in the River Dragons office. And I know some folks have called in already this week, and we're working you through it. But, yeah, should be through the iTix account. Hey, $50 a seat, no price increase. What more could you ask for? Face-off. By the way, if you are a paid-in-full season ticket holder, we'll come back to this. Face-off coming over to the left of the Delaware goal. River Dragons keeping it in as Underwood will send it down low. Puck ricochets behind the net to the far corner. And over there is Moore after the puck. Tied up on the left wing side. White trying to push it free down there. Underwood's taking a spot turn here on defense. Filling into the right point. LaBelle with a shot in and a glove save there, as that one is caught and held. Once again, Liam Murray making his first start here tonight. Has given up a goal to Alex Jemayev, but done a pretty solid job there. And you know what? It's Greco, who would normally be over there with... Oh... Well, I did not see that one at all. Greco got an aggressor game misconduct for the fighting call. So that explains why Underwood has dropped back to defense. So Greco out of the game for that earlier scrap. Interesting. Okay, so Delaware pushing on up the left side as Underwood pokes it away. And it's cleared to the line, but not out. Over to the left side now. There's a shot coming in. Underwood blocking that wrister right there from Basie. LaBelle battling for it behind the net. Tied up over there, trying to kick it away from Wolf. Ends up on the left side. A centering feed back toward Doe. Tipped that away. Crashing to the right point was Ivanov. And at the left side now, Basie will turn it back down the wall. Gets a shove from LaBelle, who's all the way up top. Underwood battling in the corner. Wickline into the pile with him. Puck squirts free to LaBelle. 3.5 to go in the first. 1-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. Here's Wickline. Pass through center on the left side. Weaving in. Costello back to Wickline. Looking for Costello on the return, but too many passes in a tight area. Puck ricochets back to Costello, though. Costello banks it around to the right half wall. Now to the right point. Rogers swings it on to the left side. There's a shot by Petrie. Missed the net. Cleared along to the right point again. Rogers holding it in. Shot down low. Doe tried to tip from the side of the net. Couldn't get it on the cage. Delaware will curl back with it. Thunder will regroup. 3 minutes even to go in this first period. 1-0. River Dragons in the lead. Rogers turning back for the puck. He'll wheel behind the net with it. Out the right wing side. Rogers. That one bouncing off a player at center, ends up Jemea feeding it on to King. King's pass deflected away, and now quickly back comes Delaware. Here's a feed ahead. Little getting it in over the line. A shot that was deflected into the corner. Delaney just couldn't quite sneak it through the traffic in front. River Dragons quickly ahead with it now. Fired in from center, a bouncer by Petrie. Murray once again will take it and cover. Well, he then went to go play it, but he had held on to it long enough. The referee decided to issue the whistle. 2:25 to go in the first. Don't forget our Chick-fil-A first period intermission report coming up in just a little bit. We'll hear from River Dragons defenseman Paul Frazier. King, Storjahan, Jemayev out up front. Draw one back to the right point. Frazier on it. His shot through traffic. That one hit Murray. Ends up in the far corner. That was a positional save all the way right there. Now Storjahan to the slot with a shot. Ripped it wide to the post. Frazier keeps to the right point. His shot in. Storjahan tips. Oh, Murray just got a piece of that one and plopped on it to cover. Excellent tip by Storjahan. And the Delaware netminder actually was standing up almost on his tiptoes, expecting a high rising shot, but the tip hit him in the left leg and stays out. Storjahan now with a wrist shot. Murray save, rebound, and he gobbles that one up as well. Jemayev on the backhand there, just couldn't quite get enough of it. They'll do it again. That line is hungry right now. They win the draw again. Storjahan with a shot. This one wide on the glove side. Swung around by Delaware. Down the ice it goes. Frazier chasing. They'll get it back away to center. Delaware recovers it there, and they'll dump it back in. Frazier with a reverse around. King on the near side. He's pestered, however, by Milushkin. King trying to spin away and sets up behind the cage for a moment. Pass on the right wing, bounces away, and is picked up by Wilson. Wilson will backhand it right back in behind that River Dragons net. Frazier on it, right side to King. King and a rolling puck. Frazier behind the goal once again. Swings it back around to the left point. It'll be kept in by Basie. Basie walks in with a wrist shot. Tipped in front. Palm lost the save. Rebound to the far corner. Rosalind to the line. Not out. Shot is blocked. It ends up with Jemayev. Jemayev will skate it out. Gets to center. Jemayev walks around his man. Left side. He's got Moore coming to the net. Tried to backhand it up to him. Moore cutting across. Jemayev back to Moore in space. Moore tried to whip it in front. Pass blocked. Boy, Jemeyev's at the end of a long shift, and he knows it. He's trying to hustle back on the D here. As Delaware back in. The Thunder go to the attack. Puck fed to the left point. Wrist shot coming in. Ricochets off the shin pads of Moore grimacing, but he chases it ahead. He's got help coming. Leaves it in space for Moore. Kelly, left side. Wrist shot, glove. Save made by Murray. And he will hold on. Good quick passing there from the River Dragons. White had Kelly on the left side. Fed him, and he let it go from the top of the slot. But Murray flashed the mitt. So 37.6 seconds to go in the first period. 1-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. And Columbus continuing to press here in the late stages. Puck ends up behind the net. Delaware trying to dig it out. White over there. Wickline in the pile with him. Into the slot. Kelly off the heel of his stick, but Underwood keeps it at the line. His shot through traffic deflected. Ends up in the near corner. White on it. He'll cycle down the right side. Here's Underwood walking it in, feeding it down low. Moore wraps it around in front, looking for a shot. It drifts in on goal, and Murray will hold. Murray was down to that right post. Moore knew that he needed to try to make a play, I think up a little bit higher into the slot. But again, the River Dragons, 11.4 seconds ago in the first, and probably the last 3 minutes, the ice has really been tilted towards the Delaware end. And again, that Jamath line has been buzzing this entire first period. Columbus trying to win this draw. Puck is tied up in the far side corner. Wickline fed it into the slot, but there was nobody there, and it's wedged out and down by Wolf. That'll do it for the period. So the Columbus River Dragons skate off into the sunset of the Sun South John Deere first period with a 1-0 lead on a goal by Alexander Jamath. As they head off the ice down to the left of this Harvey Lumber broadcast booth location. We encourage you to stick with us. Coming up next, it's our Chick-fil-A first period intermission report. We've got a chat with Paul Frasio coming up. to play D alongside Josh LaBelle. Want to welcome back in all of our Delaware Thunder viewers on the YouTube side of things. Thanks for joining us here this evening as well. As the River Dragons trying to lock up first place here. They come into the game tonight. They share a first place in the FPHL. Both they and Danbury have 105 points on the year. Danbury, though, has a game in hand. So the River Dragons 36-8-4, Danbury 36-6-5. River Dragons do have one more regulation win, and that is one of the head-to-head tiebreakers. So the regulation win's very important in this one as well. And right now, well, Mississippi's doing some work against Danbury, at least at last check on that Zelmo zipping out-of-town scoreboard. We saw a 2-0 Mississippi lead. All right, puck drop coming up at center in front of this Harvey Lumber press box. We are underway. River Dragons rolling right to left as we open things up here. Delaware will start with possession, and they'll fling it on in wide of Pavlos. He'll let it go to the corner. Frazier on it. Swinging it around, wanted Oza over there. He's tied up in the corner. Still manages to get it around the wall towards White. Deflects on, and here comes Kelly. Kelly leading the charge, left side, has some room. Toe drag into the slot, quick shot, and a right pad save Murray as he tried to go low stick side. Back the other way. Dumped in by Delaware. Pavlos this time will be able to come out and play it. They'll flip it around to the right side. Frazier with a stretch through center. Tipped on, and it does end up getting through to Moore. Moore's got help in the slot. Curling, looking in front for Kelly. Couldn't get the pass through. And the puck played back around and down the ice. Underwood asked to chase. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. 52 seconds into period number 2. And this second period is brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. We'll have the saves of the week coming up from Kinetic Credit Union. And the second period intermission as well. Draw back down to the right of the Thunder cage. They're wearing their green St. Patrick's Day jerseys. They win the draw and are able to flip it away to center. Milushkin up on the right wing side. Trying to cut into the corner, taking off his stick. Right back a feet ahead to King. He lets it go to Storjahan. Storjahan left side has Jamaev. Jamaev cutting in wide, wraps it around, and a save made. Murray with a left pad. Puck turned away to center. Underwood has to go back after it and chase it. Underwood banks it to LaBelle. He stops and moves it up on the right side. Here's Jamaev attacking. A little too far for Storjahan. Storjahan almost stole it back, though. But Delaware ends up with it. They're going to slow it down. Gafarov behind his own net. He'll come out the right side, try to leave it. Jamaev stole it. Feeds it into the slot. Doe to the backhand, and he was checked up from behind. Nice job with the stick there as it's cleared towards the line. But Toivo Hanakainen with a great defensive play on Doe. Pavlos out to play it back at the River Dragons end of things. Delaware tying it up on the far side wall. The pile forming on that left wing. It's played into the corner. Now wrapping it around. Milushkin centering, but no one came up with it. River Dragons away. Left side, here's Doe at the line offside. That offside is brought to you by Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Open Monday to Friday, 10 to 7. Saturday, 10 to 4. They're the official barbershop of the Columbus River Dragons. Make your next appointment ahead of time. You can book online anytime and also 24/7 through their Facebook and Instagram. Are your sides a little off? Check out Old School Barbershop. River Dragons quickly back the other way on the left side. Here's Doe. Doe into space. A backhand there. Costello fought off by the blocker as it wraps its way around. Doe trying to push it back in. Had to wait. Wickline tags up. Now in they attack. Left side. Wickline curls. Trying to feed up top. It ricocheted back to him. Fed to the far side corner. This will be Delaware up with the puck trying to move it out, but Costello pins it off on the wall. Now down for the right point. It's kept in. Rogers walks in. A shot. Glove. Save. Murray. Oh, boy, that one rattled around in the mitt, but he held on to it. Rogers almost found some daylight. He was looking for it. Boy, Rogers has had a couple of excellent shooting opportunities in this game so far. Getting himself in a great position. Face-off will be to the left. of the Delaware goal. Here's Moore in for the draw. Tried to push it ahead over there. Puck still tied up on the dot. White pulls it out to the right point. Frazier through traffic. And a wide Kelly right across the goal line out the other side. Now back quickly up the left wing. Here's Weber. Weber will push it in deep. Pavlos again out to play it. Just in time to get it away from Weber, but the puck stays in. Ends up back behind the goal. Ozelinch looking to feed it around. That one hits the back of the net. On the right side, here's White. White trying to scoop it along. Able to move it into the slot. Frazier will get it ahead on the right side. Moore chips into space looking for White. Puck was deflected behind him. Back at center, Ozelinch will turn with it. He'll get it across to Frazier. Frazier towards Storjahan, attacking on the right wing side. Storjahan into the right side corner. Curling up the wall, feeding into the slot. Tipped away to the line. Underwood with a long shot in. That one is cleared back ahead, and a bouncer that gets to center. Coming up on 4 minutes gone in the second. Here's Jemayev up on the left side again with a shot from the dot, and a save made by Murray. Rebound ends up in the near corner. Storjahan on it. Storjahan cutting behind the net. Around to the far side. Fed it too far for Underwood. Bounced it past him and down the ice. LaBelle chasing. LaBelle quickly the other way. Back in. Here's Storjahan to Jemayev. His wrist shot. Glove save by Murray. And again, this line has been buzzing this entire hockey game. 4:18 into the second period. Jemayev's got the goal, and boy, those guys have been everywhere. For the River Dragons tonight, no Krupp, no Petrantonio, and now without Greco, who was ejected. Ended up with a aggressor game misconduct for the scrap in the first period. Wilson gets tossed out of the face-off across from Wickline. And, well, now they decide, I guess, Milushkin should take the draw, so now he steps in. Wickline took a swat at it. Delaware ends up with it, though. They'll curl it back in behind their own net. But Wickline over, steals it away. Wickline on the right side. Tried to feed the point. He was tied up. Doe into that pile over there. Pulled out by Houston Wilson. His pass through center. Deflects all the way down to Underwood. Underwood to LaBelle. LaBelle pressured. Got the puck ahead. Turned over, though. Delaware right back in. Cutting in a high slot. Milushkin feeding it over to the far side. Back in front. Puck never got on goal. Now flipped up top. Knocked away by Doe. Puck ends up on the right wing side. River Dragons trying to move it out. They do. Ahead is Wickline, 2-on-1. He's got Costello. Wickline walking in with a shot and a glove save again. Murray. The River Dragons have tried to test the glove of Liam Murray several times. He's only been beaten there once. Jemayev ended up scoring there in the first, but that's it. Other than that, he's been very good in this game. 4:59 into the second, draw to the right of the Delaware net. Kelly pulling it out of the pile on the wall. Tried to walk it in front. Picked off his stick. Clear to the line. Petrie gloves down. Holds in. Sends left half wall. Here's Moore. Moore in space. Slot Kelly. Quick shot. Save made. Rebound sitting there. It's cleared to the right side corner. Around to the right point. Rogers left side. Now Petrie's got room. Walks it in with a wrist shot. Save made. Oh boy, Murray might have been cheating to the glove side a little early there. Petrie shot back to the stick side. Made him rebalance himself for the save, but there was definitely room there. Now a collision in behind the net. Moore got knocked down. Now White into the pile. He throws a shoulder. Hitting's picking up a little bit here in the second. And now Rogers took a knee trying to block a pass. Now it's pushed up on the left side. Here's Little cutting in the high slot. They'll wrap it around down low behind the net. Petrie after it. They'll absorb a bump. Get it back over. River Dragons need to calm the chaos a little bit here. They're running around as Delaware picking up the hitting. Trying to get some control into this game for themselves. Puck is deflected in on Pablos, who had to make a left-hand save. Now the puck pulled out by Kelly. Kelly ahead to center. He'll just chip it in. And Columbus quickly to the change. Storjahan, King, Jemayev back out. Puck turned over at center. Jemayev wheeling it back. King, left side. That one tipped down. They say icing or no? No icing. Murray has to come out and play it away. Now Delaware to the breakout. Thunder pushing ahead. They're onside. Puck tipped up top, though, by Storjahan. Came out to center. Ivanov on it there. He'll dump it back in. Not quite 7 minutes gone here in the second. 1-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. Alexander Jemayev the goal scorer. Pavlos out to play it around to the far side. Here's King. Can't get it out. Kept in. Delaware put it wide of the net. Frazier after it. And curling away with it now. A chance through center. Frazier. Right side. Storjahan wasn't ready for the pass. So Columbus will change it up again. Round it goes to the far side, and now it's Milushkin moving it ahead through center. His pass on to Gafarov. Gafarov cutting in behind the D, evaded the poke check, but he couldn't get a shot away. Gafarov pushing to the left point, held in. Ends up behind the net to Wilson. Wilson side of the goal, a shot, shoulder save. Pavlos rebounded from Pavlos, again the stop. There's another chance, and that one ends up out of play in the netting. Delaware finding time to put some pressure on the River Dragons. But it stays 1-0 Columbus. 7:47 gone to the second period. Back with more in just a moment. This is River Dragons hockey. Back here in Delaware. 7:47 gone in the second period. It's a 1-0 lead for the River Dragons. But the Thunder have done a very good job pushing here in the second period, trying to even this game out. Christian Pavlos has had to make a couple of stops. And right now, Columbus, maybe they'll be helped out a little bit by that break. It's really opened itself up this game. Offside at the line yet again. Well, the crowd's starting to get a little feisty here. And actually a pretty good crowd here tonight. That offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. Old School Barber Shop, the official barber shop of the Columbus River Dragons, open 10 to 7 Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday. Check them out online, oldschoolbarber.shoppe.com. Now the River Dragons able to feed that puck ahead to center, and Costello trying to fight through a check, couldn't hang on to it. Back the other way, pushed back in by Wickline though, fades right side Costello, in low to Dilwood, off his skate, right in on goal. Murray covers. The second period is brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union and the River Dragons and Air Force Heating and Air. I want to express our gratitude to our servicemen and women currently defending our freedom, and of course our veterans. Thank you for your service. Draw to the right of the Delaware goal. One back to the left point. Petrie stepping up, trying to keep it in. Tied up on the wall. Costello pushed it into the corner. Swung around to the far side. Delaware able to move that one away to center where it's picked up by Rogers. He'll fling it right back in. Wickline up on the left side. He's pinned up on the wall while help arrives. That is Weber. Coming out with it for Delaware. Weber chipping it ahead in space. Petrie at the line. Lost the handle on it, and it's kept in on the right wing. A backhand feed, but that was blocked by Rogers. White tried to turn it along into the skates there in the left wing. Moore trying to step up here. And it's dumped in. Here's Kelly. Kelly, backdoor feed. There's a shot, and Moore sent it back wide of the net as it ricochets around and out to center. White looping at center on the right side, back into the Delaware zone. Carries it with him behind the net. Backhand chip to himself, keeps it as he works his way around all the way up to the point, to the blue line. Back down the right side wall, leaves at the right point Rogers. Rogers looking, backdoor feed. Kelly to the backhand, cooking a shot away. Puck tied up, and Moore fed it into the goaltender Murray. Murray had the left pad down. And Moore didn't get much of that one, but enough to force a save out of the netminder. And he's able to hold on for a face-off. Can't help but be impressed by Liam Murray here, making his debut this evening. He has been very solid, keeping Delaware in this hockey game with several solid saves. Face-off to his left, controlled by the River Dragons. There's Frasio's shot, tipped up in the air, out of play. That one actually went over the netting. So now we'll try it again. King in for the face-off. Storjahan, Jemayev, Ozelinch, and Frasio on the points. Wilson in across from King for the face-off, but maybe not for much longer because Milushkin jumped, and they will toss Wilson out. I just think it's because Milushkin wants to take the face-off, although he's not the one that's going to come in to take it. It'll be Gafarov. Draw is spun over to the wall. Storjahan trying to hang on to it. Gafarov pushing it ahead. Here comes Delaware. Left wing Milushkin back for Gafarov. He fed it across, but Wilson was way outside of a good shooting angle, and by the time he got the puck, it was deflected away. Delaware, though, working to keep it on that left side wall. They cycle it deep. Frasio has to turn back for it. Play it up the boards into the skates of King. King to the line, not out. Delaware throwing the body around right now, and the River Dragons having a little more trouble clearing the zone. Finally, they do get it ahead. And here's Jemayev moving in, has help of the backdoor feed across, and the puck hopped. Lane King couldn't get a stick to it. Now it's fed back across. King on the left wing side. Hill into the slot, Storjahan wheeling in the far circle. Try to feed it across, hit a skate, kicked away to the right point, where King keeps it in. Coming up with it, however, Ivanov. And now Delaware will move it back. River Dragons are going to change it up. That's going to allow the Thunder to break the zone, but a lead pass to center picked up by Underwood. He'll step back in with a wick line. They say it's offside as Costello jumped in. 9:22 to go in the second period. Time for us to grab a break. We'll be right back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey. Oh, a little Minnie the Moocher here in Delaware. Ah, yes, Cab Calloway. Although these breaks are only about a minute, maybe a little more. You don't quite get to the callback part of this song within only a minute. You got to fast forward it a little bit. Always a good audience participation number, though. Especially listening to once you get Cab doing that scat at the end. Ah, so good. Icing the call against Delaware. And as you all know, icing happen when the puck come down, bang before the other guys. According to Denny Lemieux. 9:15 to go in the second. 1-0 River Dragons. Alexander Jemayev the goal to put them in front. Wickline, Costello, Doe up front. Underwood now out there with Petrie. No Michael Greco in this one, as Greco got a game misconduct for a fight back in the first period. As the aggressor, now puck pops up high, got Wickline right in the mush. Looks like he's all right staying out there. Cuts it off on the right side, Wickline in space. Wanted to send it in front to Doe, instead deflected away. Delaware leaves the zone. Now backhand in off of Petrie. Petrie after it into the corner. Try to curl behind the net, coughed it up. Side of the goal, a chance it went off the outside of the net. Pavlos down to the butterfly, reaching for the puck, and now he's got it. Christian Pavlos has not had a ton to do in this game, but he has been solid the whole way. Probably only one or two saves of big-time urgency, but he's made the stops. Face off to the left of the Columbus goal is sent around the glass and out of play. And try it again. Drop this puck to the left of Christian Pavlos. Kelly in there against DiCostanzo for the draw. Delaware wins it back, but that hot rocket goes right out of the zone. The Thunder must chase back. J.C. Moritz will play it around to the far side. There's a lead to center that connects with Weber. Weber stick handling his way into the right side, looking for help. Pulls up. His pass tipped away out of the zone. Now a race. Here's Kelly. Right side, and beating him just barely to the puck was Arvidsson. He got it back to center. River Dragons put it back in. Moore was tied up, had to wait anyway because play would have been offside otherwise. Now it's slapped away to center. Ozelinch onto the left wing side. Looking to move it ahead. He's out there with Rogers right now as Ozelinch carries in over the line. Offside. Storage a hand in just a little early. So now it's Frazier and Underwood. Are the River Dragons down to 5D? Let's see. We've got Petrie, Ozelinch, Rogers. And then you've got Underwood and Frazier. So LaBelle is off somewhere. Sent back in from center. Try to figure out where Josh LaBelle is gone here. Might be back in the room for either repairs of an equipment variety or perhaps a cut. But now the River Dragons push ahead. Storjahan in left side. He scores! Alex Storjahan with a wrist shot. That beats Murray low to the glove side with 7:31 to go in the second period. And the River Dragons are up 2-0. That's his second point of the hockey game, first goal of the contest. And for Alex Storjahan, his 25th goal of the season, 12:29 time of the marker. And Storjahan was the other half of it was a 2-on-1 that developed into the zone, but Storge never looked off the shot, saw that he had daylight low to the glove side. He puts it home. And now, boy, a puck or a stick up high. That one caught Costello, and he's going to head immediately to the bench. And that one caught him up around the eye area. He's leaking a little bit as he comes over. It's been a rough period for the River Dragons. Costello immediately over to the trainer. Yeah, good thing that it looked like it caught him underneath the eye. Didn't get him in the eye. I saw him as he was skating off. That's always a plus. So it's 2-0 Columbus after the goal here. Storjahan from Jemaeth and King. So that entire line has 2 points tonight. River Dragons break back in. There's a long shot wide of the net by White. Now around come Delaware, trying to advance it through center. Tied up, and now they'll regroup in the defensive end. Delaney had it in the skates, had to feed it back. And now Delaware will dump it in. Knocked down by Frazier. Rogers over to try to help out. Here's Moore on the right side. Moore on the wing with a bouncing puck. Got around one, got around a second guy, but then was tied up. Storjahan trying to help out. The Storjahan filling in now with the lines shuffled a little bit with Costello unavailable at the moment after taking a stick up high. He is still being worked on behind the River Dragons bench. Storjahan cuts it off on the right side, looking to move it back up top, flips it to the point, but off the heel of the stick of Petrie out to center. They'll fire it right back in. River Dragons are offside. They must curl back out of the zone. King, Storjahan, and Jemayev, the line that's out there right now, responsible for both goals in this hockey game. 5:35 and counting to go in the second. Delaware trying to break back in. What a nice play by Cody Rogers there as he just tied up Jakob Wolf. Did not fall for any of the stick handling. King back the other way. Into the high slot. Storjahan in with a shot deflected wide of the net. Storjahan got his stick deflected up just as he was at the release point on that shot. Back come Delaware on the left side. There's a wrister. Didn't make it through the traffic. Frazier to push it back the other way. Storjahan ahead. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Right side King. Back door. Jemayev a little too far. Couldn't quite get there with the reach. Delaware able to move it back out to center. And they will attack from there on the left wing side. DiCostanzo sweeps it over. Thunder driving deep. There's a centering feed. That one goes all the way around the glass to the point. A shot coming in off of Frazier, deflects to the corner. Sent around to the right side. Here's King. King in space. Chips it along. 2-on-2. Wickline moving up. Doe weaves behind him. Wickline weaves to the left. Shot through traffic. Hit a skate. Went wide. Doe picks up the rebound off the end wall. Feeds Costello. High slot. Walks it in. Shot block. Back to him again. And on that attempt, Murray with a glove save. 4:25 to go in the second period. 2-0 your score. River Dragons in the lead. We'll take a break and come right back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons. Back here in the Harvey Lumber press box, Tom Callahan here with you. First of two in Delaware on the weekend tonight and tomorrow night. Wrapping up the season series with the Thunder. The River Dragons out to a 2-0 lead right now. Goals by Storjahan here in the second. Jemayev back in the first. That line, everybody on it has 2 points. King has 2 assists. The other 2, goal and an assist here tonight. Face-off coming up to the right of the Thunder goal. One back to the left point, Frazier on it. Waits for a seam, long shot in. Murray the catch and drop immediately for Delaware to keep it going. Everybody kind of stopped. They expected a whistle. I mean, literally all 10 guys just quit for a second, and then Murray quickly opened the mitt to drop it. That allowed Delaware to get down the ice. Frazier will steer it ahead, and now here's Wickline. Wickline ahead to Doe. Doe has help. Leaves for Costello with a wrist shot and another glove save. Murray wanted to play it ahead, but again, the whistle. Boy, you can see Murray's confidence growing with every save he makes, especially with the glove. Been very sharp with the glove, although both goals have gone glove side, but still, the amount of times he's been challenged there, he's been solid. And you can see he is a little bit more active The body language has gotten a little bigger. He's getting more comfortable in there. Puck drawn to the point by the River Dragons, and for a moment Rogers able to keep it in. Now it's rolled out to center, but right to Rogers. He'll put it back in. Moore will chase a tumbling puck to the left side corner. Moore trying to bounce off his check. Puck played along and deflected past Kelly. Petrie at center over to Rogers. Rogers off his skate, fed it back towards Petrie. Petrie left side to White. White tied up on the wall. Delaware trying to push it back in, looking for a little help there. Delaney centering attempt. That comes to the line and is kept in. Now a chance in the wing. His centering feed there went off Delaney, the heel of his skates. Ends up with White back in the corner. We'll swing it around to the far side. Moore waiting and wedging it towards the line. Not out. Glove kept in. Long shot in. Pavlos the save there on that wrister from Little. Now it's turned over again in the slot. And now, turned over back the other way is Moore. He's got help 3-on-2. Moore right side. Tried to swing it across. Pass was blocked right there off the skate of Daniluk. And Delaware dodges a bullet. Legacy tried to put that one in the zone. Could not. Tied up at center. Delaware back with it. They'll try the left side to move into the River Dragon zone. They are working on a change, and they get that done. Delaware pushing in on the offensive end now on the right wing side. Puck tied up just towards the line now. Comes out, and now ahead is Wickline. Wickline with Doe chasing. Wickline left side walking in. A shot. He scores! Cody Wickline. Again, some room low to the glove side on Liam Murray. And the River Dragons stretch that lead to 3-0 with 2:28 to go here in period number 2. Cody Wickline picks up his 17th goal of the year and 54th point. Nice season in progress for Cody Wickline. Face off back at center, and boy, you can feel the air come out of the balloon a little bit here. Puck in on Pavlos. He'll play it around. Puck turned over, though, in a high slot chance for Delaware, cutting across, but unable to get a shot off his Weber. Now another chance. That one is knocked aside. Columbus selecting to take the wedge to center, and here's Costello up on it. Can he split the D? Costello cuts back, lost the puck. Fed back into the Columbus end of things here. The River Dragons try to slow it down a little bit with 1:49 and counting to go in the second. There's a stretch through center to Storjahan. Storjahan up on the right side. Wheeled it too far for Jemaev. Jemaev into the left wing corner. Around to the right side corner. Storjahan looking up top. Feeds it cross ice. King. King to the left corner himself. Along the goal line. Flips it in front. And it goes out the other side. King all the way up towards the point. Leaving it on the wall. Frazier steps down with it. Feeding it down low. Storjahan into the slot. Wanted King. Couldn't get it through. King on the puck right side corner. Around to Storjahan. Storjahan into the slot. Couldn't thread it through to Jemaev. And back the other way. It's pushed ahead. Charging after Milushkin. Way out to play it is Pavlos. Now stretch ahead. King a breakaway. King walking it on goal. Deke shoot. Score! King backhand. Forehand. Little head juke. And he slides it 5-hole. Huge assist from Christian Pavlos as King was rolling it right back in at the far blue line. And the River Dragons up 4-0 with 1:03 to go in the second. And King salutes his goaltender for the heads-up pass. And now every member of that line has a goal in this hockey game. Lane King's 7th of the year. The River Dragons need to get some players out there to get this face-off going. They're trying to get some people back out there. We got a timeout call for Columbus. Well, that's going to give us a chance to take a break 10 seconds along our network for station identification.
You're listening to River
a goal and an assist. Storjahan, goal and an assist. Wickline's got a goal. Costello and Pavlos each with a point. Face off at center. Puck is rolled onto the near side. Delaware on it. 1 minute to go in the second period. Boy, an avalanche of scoring in the last 5 minutes here from the River Dragons. Went from 1-0 to 4-0 in a hurry. Columbus ahead. Here's a stretch left side. Kelly chopped but got in over the line with it. Gets it back to the right wing. Moore dances in front of shot. Murray the save. Rebound to the far corner. And now the feed ahead. Catching up on the right side is Gafarov. Dancing in with a backhand and a glove save. Pavlos. Christian Pavlos. Hey, he can also play a little net. Face-off will come to his left. 31.1 seconds to go. The River Dragons win the draw, swing it around. It stays in, though. Delaware trying to maybe find a little daylight before the end of the period. Onto the right wing side. That pass off the stick of Daniluk into the right wing corner. Centering feed goes all the way up to the left point. Not out, though. Hanakainen keeping it in with a long shot. Missed the net. Ends up on the near side. Here's White. He'll scoop it out to center. And just 3 seconds to go in the period. Delaware might get one shot at the horn here, and they won't even get that. So if you're a River Dragons fan, that's a great end to the second period. If you're a Delaware fan, you might feel a bit like the bottom dropped out. The River Dragons score 3 times in the second period, plus a couple of late ones there on the bonus. And boy, oh boy, 4-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. A little bit different hockey game. So coming up here, we have a chance to get to our saves of the game. We'll also have our WTVM weather forecast coming up as we move on into the second period intermission, and that is brought to you by Shredaway. Plus, with that Zelmo's Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard, we'll recap the scoring for you from this period and take a look inside the numbers as well. Turned out to be a much busier second period. That's the way the first period went, too. River Dragons basically kind of weathered the storm to start this second period. And then as the period wore on, Delaware ceded a couple of scoring chances, and they ended up in the back of the Thunder net. So 40 minutes in, it's 4-0 River Dragons. We'll step aside, take a break, and when we come back, we are into that Shredaway second intermission report. Back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons.
Your company's our goal at Air Doctor! As a Mitsubishi Electric Diamond Elite dealer and train comfort specialist, we offer expert installation and service for Mitsubishi units and train furnaces. Be at ease knowing your system will keep you warm during the winter. Call now and ask about the energized Delaware and factory rebates available. Mention this ad and save an extra $500 from Air Doctor when you purchase a new HVAC system. Air Doctor Heating and Air Conditioning, taking your comfort to a
Available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower cost. See Northside. Technology with a human touch.
Are you ready for it?
And we are back getting ready to start third period action here in Delaware. River Dragons and the Thunder. Columbus with a 4-0 lead. Want to say hello to all of our Delaware viewers on the YouTube side and maybe any stray River Dragons fans that have found their way over here. As Columbus chasing the puck back into its own end, starting 5-on-5 here in period number 3. River Dragons rolling left to right in front of the Harvey Lumber press box. Delaware coming out with a push. And in the corner, Ozelich is throwing some punches over there, and I think that is Allen again. It is Ozelich over there, and they are wrestling down to the ice now. Ozelich got some big left hands in there on Corey Allen in the early going. He went with Greco earlier, and now Allen goes with Edgars Ozelich. Now the earlier bout with Allen ended up with Greco being kicked out of the hockey game. But let's see if Ozelich stays in the contest here. Hopefully that is the case. Columbus does not want to lose yet another defenseman. But the second scrap of the game. That one comes just 17 seconds into the third period. There also, in behind the play, there was a collision of two Delaware players. I didn't see who it was, but they have gotten off the ice okay under their own power, but they were a little staggered coming off there. It is going to stay 5-on-5 here. Face out to the right of Pavlos, and that's one back into the corner. There is the bell back out there, so must have been an equipment issue for him. Fed around to the far side as the River Dragons trying to clear this puck out of the zone, but Delaware able to hold it in. Here's Jamath. Hit the ref, came back to him, ends up with Storjahan. Right point kept in by Delaware. Fed back into the corner, Wilson over after it. Wilson up the right side, cycling into the corner. Boy, Delaware coming out with some urgency to start this third period. Puck is turned away in front, though, and the River Dragons break the zone. Here's King with a pass ahead, wanted Storjahan, but it was picked off and turned the other way quickly by Milushkin. Back on the right wing side, in space, Skafarov behind the net. Looking for a little help all the way to the near wing, feeds it, high slot, near shot, and then what is off the tip of the mid on Pavlos, little scrambling, made the save there. Boy, nice shot by Milushkin. Pavlos thought he caught it in the glove, and it kind of nipped away off the edge of the mitt. Shot in on goal. See, Pablo, oh, he didn't have it. And the whistle goes. And LaBelle was there. There was nobody from Delaware there for a rebound, but the referee gets a reaction there because he blew the whistle quickly. That's twice Pavlos has had one squeak away from him in about 30 seconds. Face-off will be to his left. 5-on-5 we skate. Delaware holding the puck into the high slot. There's a wrist shot that missed the net. Rogers tried to turn it ahead. It deflects towards the line, kept in by Delaware, and still not out. There's a quick shot and a blocker saved by Pavlos. Costello knocked back into the corner. Petrie trying to move it along, back to Costello. Costello will get it out of the zone up the right side. He'll fire it in as he takes a bump. Puck is caught by Murray, and he elects to hold on to this one. River Dragons will put Kelly, Moore, and White out there. Rogers and Petrie back together. Face off to the left of the Thunder goal. Played around the far side wall and ends up with Delaware able to clear it away to center. Columbus must head back and regroup at its own end. Rogers will leave it on back. Petrie left side to White. White trying to move it in wide of Moritz. He drives behind the net, and he's rubbed out by Moritz along the wall. Puck on the near side of the right point now. Rogers steps down, and that puck played with a high stick. We get a whistle. 2:18 into the third period. 4-0, River Dragons in the lead. Goals from Jemayev, Storjahan, Wickline, and King. This third period of play brought to you by IGH Properties. Face-off coming up to the left of Liam Murray. One back to the right point, Frazier on it. He'll send it around behind the net. Doe on the far side. Doe cycling it around. Wickline up top, Frazier, right point, his shot. Ooh, that hit his shin in front. There's Wickline with a chance, missed on the stick side. LaBelle at the left point, holding it in. Frazier at the right point. Sends it down low. Bounced off the dasher. Doe couldn't come up with it. And now Delaware able to knock it away to center. Chance there, but unable to come up with the puck was Weber. Knocked back, now chased in by Ivanov. Ivanov leaving it behind the net. Thunder. Ooh, boy, King almost picked that one off with the Thunder away to center, right side. There's a puck up high with a one-time and a blocker save. Pavlos on that shot there by Ivanov. Kept into the left point, though. Basie keeps it alive. Centering feed, stick away by Christian Pavlos. Boy, he's so active with that twig. It is everywhere. Poke check, poke check, poke check. River Dragons back the other way. Here comes King. Right side, he's up by himself, so he'll try to move to the backhand. Got a shot away. Save made by Murray. Storjahan finally arriving, keeping it on the left side. And Storjahan now dancing on the left wing to the dot with a wrist shot fought off, and a nice glove save there by Murray. The face-off will remain to the right. Delaware netminder Liam Murray. 3:38 into the third period. 4-0 River Dragons. Jemayev, King, and Storjahan out there, and Jemayev wins it back. Fed to the left point, Petrie. Into the slot, King over Storjahan. Has some net, but hit a body in front. Boy, Delaware's defense has paid the price, blocking shots in this game. Petrie will put it across. Underwood. Storjahan into space, Jemayev. Jemayev on his horse up the right side, cutting in with a wrist shot, and that one is knocked down by Murray, who holds on, traps it against the body. Face-off will stay to his left. Moore checks over his shoulder for White. Looks like he's going to try to win this face-off back to the top of the circle behind him. And once again, Houston Wilson tossed out of the face-off. He's been removed more than a few times. Usually, though, it's been his teammate's fault. That one, I think, was on him. Puck kept in, and a shot finds the glass from Kelly. That one actually ricochets all the way around down the ice. No icing. Pavlos out to leave it. Petrie, left side, pass ahead, skips past Kelly. Wilson at center, but it's turned over, but the play will be offside because White fell. And that offside is brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarbershoppe.com. Open 10 to 7 Monday to Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, the official barbershop of the Columbus River Dragons. If your sides are a little off, book your next appointment online now. Doe, Wickline, Costello up front. Costello winning it back. Rogers out there with Frazier here. Pass ahead. That one off a skate. Down it goes. Costello chasing after it. Puck ends up in the near side corner. River Dragons around once again. Ad centers Doe trying to push back into the wing. He takes a heavy shoulder. Got the puck in. But Delaware ends up with it. Both benches appreciating the physical contact here. Columbus really pushing. Wickline picks off a pass in front. Doe with a backhand tip just wide of the far post. Costello tried to one-hand it into the zone. Instead, it'll be Delaney out at center, but turned over there. Doe back in. Here's Costello right side, chasing a loose puck. They'll fire it in. River Dragons change it up. Wickline, the only man up high. It's chipped past him, and Delaware attacking up the right wing. Feed into the middle. That one is poked away by Underwood. Following up the play, Little couldn't drive. Now the right side back. Here comes Jacob Kelly. Kelly turns it into the corner. White behind the net. Moore centering. Wanted Kelly. Hit a skate. Came back to him. Moore to White. White to the left corner. Into the high slot. Kelly drags around one to the right point. Underwood with a wrist shot. Tipped away in front. Around to the right half wall it goes. Fed to the point. Underwood, quick shot in. That is caught and held by Murray. That's going to get us to our first break of period number 3. 4-0 River Dragons leading the Delaware Thunder. 5 minutes, 49 seconds into the third period. And we get a little bit of chatting with Moore and some of the Delaware players. But boys will be boys. We'll be back in the more in a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
IGH Properties specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and
Klein and King, the goal scorers in this one. Radio only on the River Dragons side this weekend from Delaware. But we are also on the Delaware YouTube feed tonight. Not sure about tomorrow night, but for tonight we welcome in all of the Thunder viewers and any River Dragons fans who may have found themselves over here as well. Puck at center, and White tried to drive up on the left side. Collision over there. Puck punched in by Kelly, though. He'll chase the left wing corner as Moore in front. Feeds it to him. Moore scores! What a great pass from Kelly. An absolute dart to the top of the crease. And how about it, Kyle Moore? Makes it 5-0 River Dragons. 6:12 into the third period. And for Kyle Moore, his first goal with the Columbus River Dragons. So congratulations to Kyle. That's a big one. Finally getting it out of the way. And getting the monkey off the back a little bit there. And you know what? You could hear the bench very happy for him. Very happy for him. They are pleased to see Moore, a guy they really like, get one in the net. And boy, what an absolute dart by Kelly. 6:12, time of the goal, and it's 5-0 Columbus. Storjahan in on the left wing side. He is knocked down in the corner over there. Behind the net it goes. Jamath will swing it around to the right side, and the physical play picks up in this one again a little bit here. Here's Houston Wilson, fanned on a pass, turned it right over to Storjahan, who chopped the stick out of his hands, and he's going to get a slashing call for that, and now we're going to come together over it. I'm sure there is a healthy exchange of brownie recipes going on in that pile. Storjahan is going to go to the box for slashing. See if we get anything else out of this. Believe it or not, it's only the second power play of the game for either side, and they've both been for Delaware. 7:02 time of the penalty. River Dragons go back onto the First Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of life. Draw to the left of Pablos. Puck will be swung around and controlled by Delaware as they go to work setting it up here in the zone. Wilson to the left half wall. Delaney back to Wilson in the corner. Delaney on the backhand up top. That one is chipped away to the line, but not out. Held in by Ivanov. They'll put it to the right side. Milushkin on the right wing corner. Milushkin into the slot. One time. What a stop by Pablos. Getting the right pad out and absolutely robbing Houston Wilson. Wilson on the left side with it. Boy, he was all alone in the slot. What a stop. River Dragons can't clear. Puck kept in on the right side. Delaney leaving it off. Milushkin spinning on the right side wall. Half boards. Fed to the left point, and that one still not out. There's a chance again. A shot off the goalpost, and they say it went in. Play continues in front. The referee signaling a goal. It looked like it went goalpost, crossbar, and out. But the referee behind the net saying it was in the goal, and so it's a power play goal for Delaware. So the Thunder on the board. 8:06, time of the marker. And a little bit of life. Well, Delaware's going to push right back in here. And they are going to continue to really push the advantage here. They've got the momentum right now. 4 goals is not impossible, but it's a tall order, and they're going to have to continue the pressure. River Dragons, in the meantime, looking to move the puck out. They'll skate it ahead to center. Here comes White. White tried to thread it ahead on the right side. Taken away from him at center. Now he flips it back to Kelly at the Columbus blue line, and now they'll reset. Ozelin for the pass, gave it up in the slot. Turned around, quick shot. Pablos out to make the save on the wrist shot there from Jakob Wolf. And now a little pile at the net. So Delaware's goal power play marker, Denis Gafarov, with the assist going to Ivanov and Milushkin. So Gafarov from Ivanov and Milushkin. And it's 5-1. LaBelle after the puck. Pass ahead. That one is tipped out by Storjahan back into the Delaware end of things. And they'll turn up with it. Here comes Delaware. Left side. Driving in the wall. Behind the net. Jamaev trying to poke it along. And they'll get it ahead towards King. King. Pass hopped over. Storjahan stick at center as it's fired right back in by Delaware. Delaney pressuring King behind the net. Over to the far side, LaBelle after the roller. Well, the River Dragons are having all sorts of issues here, trying to just move things out. And now Underwood's going to go to the box. I think Delaney did a nice job of selling that one as he fell over Underwood's stick. And now Pablos gives Delaney a shot as he comes right out after him. Well, the River Dragons will be shorthanded again. Delaware just scored on the power play. Let's see what Underwood's going to end up with here. .931 time of the penalty. So power play number 3 and penalty kill number 3 for the River Dragons. Back on the First Franklin Financial penalty kill, personal loans at the speed of life. Thunder setting it up again to the right side. Milushkin, a backdoor feed, open net, and that one was missed, and the puck around the glass and out. A wide open net. And Gafarov could have had a second, but he just missed the mark. Milushkin back in on the left side. Gafarov in the slot, fanned on it. Puck cleared ahead. Doe can't get to it in time. It's kept in. Gafarov with it. Try to force it across it. Doe on the stick. Now it's chipped back to him. He gets it ahead. Here's Costello, one-on-one shorthanded. Costello cut down as he tried to skip around to check for Milushkin. Back comes the Thunder. Puck turned over, though, and Doe will backhand that one out. The River Dragons trying to rotate the penalty killers here. 56 seconds to go, the man advantage for the Thunder. 5-1 River Dragons, 9:20 and counting to go in this third period. Delaware moving it ahead. In on the wing. Chip past Petrie into the corner. Puck goes behind the net. Spinning on the far side with it. Daniluk lost it, though. Doe will send it right back down the ice. .30 seconds ago in the man advantage. Delaware on the regroup here. Taking their time, moving it ahead. They'll bring it up the left side now. Cutting in wide with it is Wolf. Wolf into the left side corner to Milushkin. Milushkin down to the left side corner himself. Feeds it into the slot, poked away by White. And now Jacob Kelly will push ahead. Kelly up on the right side has help arriving. Leaves it high slot. White cutting to his left. He scores! White with a wrist shot. Murray came over to his right, the goaltender. His initial slide, White delayed long enough that Murray ran out of momentum, started to reset his pads, and that opened up room 5-hole. So White gets the goal to make it 6-1. What an effort right there. So Brendan White, who just minutes ago picked up his first pro point with an assist that's been added to that Moore goal, now has his first professional goal. Congratulations to Brendan White, goal and an assist in this one. Absolutely fantastic. Jacob Kelly's now got a couple of points too. River Dragons with the puck in the Columbus end of things right now. Trying to move this one ahead on the left side. Here's Austin Doe. Doe looking to put it in front. Pass is blocked. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey, by the way. River Dragons have killed it off. And I believe that goal is not shorthanded, but it was close. 11:35 time of the goal. Yeah, by 4 seconds it missed being a shorthanded goal. And now the puck controlled by the River Dragons around to the left point. LaBelle, a little slap pass to the near side, didn't connect. Back the other way, turn to center. LaBelle on it there. He'll flip it back in. River Dragons going to go wholesale on the change here. That allows Delaware time to regroup. Thunder looking to move it out. Turned over at the line, though. Storjahan to the right side, finds Jemayev. Jemayev puts it in on goal. Murray, the save, kicked it away, but King on the rebound. King to the right point. Frazier moving over, fakes, waits. Now he lets it go, hit a body in front. Storjahan up to the left point with it. He'll loop along the blue line to his right. Feed onto the right half wall. King, fan on a pass, had to go back for it. King to the point. Storjahan swings it around the rim. Into the far corner. It'll be scooped up over there by Ivanov. Trying to spin away from Jemayev. And now, turned right in front by Jemayev on a steal there, but there was no one there for it. Now it's cleared out. 6:38 to go in the third. 6-1 River Dragons. Here's King. Went over the line, left side. Tried a wrister in front. That was blocked. King stole it back. Got it across. Here's White. He feeds it, and that hit a shin as well. Jemayev out there at the end of this line change here. Fed it across, but that one is picked up and skated out by Delaney. Delaney up the right side, pushing past Petrie into the right wing corner. Delaney to the near side. Tried to leave it at the side of the goal. That one was slapped away. Frazier around the rim. Moore chips it out of the Columbus zone. Little back after it. Played it to the right side. Daniluk tried to leave the zone without the puck there. And it's pushed back in. Moore on the left side. Play is onside. Moore in with a shot. Save Murray. He paddles the rebound away to the glass. White on the left wing. And now it's knocked out through center. And at this point, the River Dragons, who have a comfortable lead, you just don't want to lean back too much, take your foot off the gas. Meanwhile, Delaware, don't forget, these two teams are at it again tomorrow night, and Delaware is still pushing. Right side, here's Hanakainen into the right wing corner. Tied up with Petrie. And puck, right at the side of the net. Pablos is going to flop on it and hold. 5:12 to go here in this third period. We will take a break and come back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey. Back here in Delaware, Tom Callahan here with you in the Harvey Lumber Press Box. 5:12 to go here in the third period. 6-1, River Dragons in the lead. Columbus has scored twice here in the third. Jacob Kelly's got assists on both of them. Kyle Moore the goal. And then Brendan White picked up an assist on Moore's goal. That's his first row point. Then, goal number 6, his first pro goal. So congratulations, a pretty big night for the youngster. Always nice to see guys hit their early milestones. And, you know, again, it's just nice to get that first one out of the way, and I hope it's the first of many. River Dragons attack on the right side. Costello tried to feed it in the slot, turned over. Wilson will put it ahead, and now 2-on-1 if they hurry. Fed onto the right side, and Costello, hustle to get back and make it a 2-on-2. Then he broke up the play. Gafarov never got a chance on that pass. Left side, here's Doe. All the way back into the slot. A shot, they score! Chuck Costello! Costello keeps the hot stick rolling. He's got 4 goals in his last 2 games. And the River Dragons make it 7-1. (15:19) time of the goal. It'll be Costello from Doe and Wickline. Cody Wickline with a goal and an assist in this one now. Austin Doe joins the names on the score sheet. They give a lot of credit to Delaware. They continue to push. They come in on the right side. Moritz putting it deep. Underwood after the puck behind the net. The battle ensuing over there. Wolf all over it, but it's pushed up the wall. And Storage a hand towards center. Pushed ahead by Jamath. Jamath cutting into the right wing side. Into the right wing corner now to King. Bottom of the circle. Storage a hand on it. Centering feed. Save made by Murray. Rebound chance. Nice stop of the right pad. Now a blast to the left point by LaBelle, and that's turned aside as well. Now back racing through center. It's Weber. Leaving it off up top. Return pass for Weber. Never made it through. LaBelle blocked it. Turned it the other way. King ahead. He and Jamath are the only 2 guys up. River Dragons changing behind. King breaks in on goal with a off-angle chance, but Murray able to trap that against the body and hold on. Final break of the third period, 7-1. River Dragons in the lead over the Delaware Thunder with 3:42 left to go in the final frame. This is River Dragons hockey. Back here in Delaware, Tom Callahan here with you. Air Force Heating and Air reminds you to help keep your house comfortable. Consider a preventative maintenance plan by Air Force Heating and Air. They have a plan that's right for your home and your budget. Draw will come to the left of Liam Murray in the Delaware Thunder net. It's a 7-1 lead with 3:42 to go in the third period for the Columbus River Dragons. That face-off is on the left side. Will be sent into the corner. Here's a chance. Frazier tried to jam it near side. Puck in front, and Murray able to cover up that one. A little bit of a pile in front of the net here. I think both teams would be well advised to try to just get out the door on this one without further injury or comeuppance. Face off to the left of the Delaware goal. Went back to the point. Frazier trying to hold it in over there. Here's White. White in the right half wall to the point. Frazier, long shot, tipped in on goal. Murray the save. Rebound is cleared away to center. Rosa Lynch will feed it back over to Frazier. Tipped into space. Moore chipping into the right side corner. Takes a bump for his efforts. And now, well, here we go. Moore got knocked down over there, and now he's knocked down to the ice. I believe that was Alex Basie who jumped on top of him. Now, I'm not 100% certain, but I think Basie was getting an initial penalty there. Moore took exception to the takedown. But I think we're going to get more than that out of it now. No pun intended. No, Moore's going in too. The linesman's going to have to go fetch him. Well, actually, Moore is out of the game. And Moore indicating as he was going off the ice that he got it for talking. I will say this. And Hockey Scott Brand, who, by the way, is here with his dad up in Delaware for the games, but Scott would back me up on this. As a former referee-in-chief and a former official, as a referee, and look, I'm even a former baseball umpire, you have to let people vent. You have to you're going to get yelled at. Nobody likes you when you're a referee or an umpire or any of that. You're going to get yelled at. And, look, players want to vent. They just don't get as much of a chance to vent here, I've noticed, in the FPHL. It's a lot shorter leash. So let's see what we end up with here out of this. What we do get is a River Dragons power play. It's their first power play of the evening. The Georgia power play starts with a clear by Delaware into the netting. Well, I thought the puck went out of play. Nope, turns out it stays in. And down it goes. Storjahan, Underwood, King, Frazier, and Jemayeff. With the Dragons ahead, here's Underwood. Underwood in on the left side, lays through Jemayeff. Jemayeff top of the circle. Underwood down low, feeds it left side to King. King up top, Frazier, middle of the blue line. Feeds it down low, tipped on Underwood, left half wall, King. King trying to thread it back up top, pass is blocked, and Weber will skate away one-on-one to center, kill some time, weaving to his left, waiting for some help maybe. Weber delays onto the left wing and now swings it around to the far side where Jemayeff will scoop it up. Puck turned out to center and pushing back in Milushkin. Looking for a short-handed attempt. It ricochets up towards the line. Delaware just playing keep away right now. Daniluk will rag the puck back into his own end before feeding it over. Now it's pushed ahead and finally it's stolen back by Kelly. The River Dragons lost a lot of time there. Here they come up the left side. Kelly into the left wing corner. Banks it back up top looking for Rogers. Back into the left side corner to Kelly. By the way, this is a 4-minute double minor power play, I believe. We'll come back to that in a second here. Up top, LaBelle try to force it across. Bouncing puck out of the zone. Milushkin looking to push ahead with it. So, yeah, it was interference and roughing, and then a 10-minute misconduct that was levied against Basie. So the River Dragons technically 2 power plays here as they wheel back in. 2:15 to go in the double minor. Wickline on the left side. Feeds it up top to LaBelle. LaBelle over to the right side. Rogers. Rogers with a wrist shot, and that one is stopped by the right pad of Murray. Wickline down low into the slot. Cleared to the line, not out. Rogers holding it in. He'll feed it over. LaBelle keeps it in with a tap left side to Wickline. First power play is elapsed. 1:49 to go in the second. River Dragons up 7-1. Under a minute to go in the game. There's a shot by Kelly that was blocked. Delaware will clear it along the left point, not out. LaBelle holds it in. His shot towards the net, tipped wide by Doe. Delaware on it, trying to leave the zone with the puck. They'll bank it ahead, and now Milushkin one-on-one against LaBelle in the corner. LaBelle just slapped it off his stick. So the River Dragons, 37 seconds of regulation now, 7-1 Columbus in the lead. Rogers onto the left wing side to King. King cutting in wide, falls, gets back up on the puck left side, Storage a hand. Left half wall, Storage a hand. Left point, Frazier over to Rogers, right point. Rogers for a seam, blocked off shins, sends up a King left side corner. King looking, feeds it in front, wanted Jamaev, bouncing puck taken away from him, sent down the ice. Pavlos out to play it, 8 seconds to go. Pavlos will just send it across to Frazier. 5 seconds left in this one. Frazier for the home run pass, just missed Jamaev, and that should pretty much do it. Game over. River Dragons with a 7-1 win here tonight over the Delaware Thunder. And so that's going to put us into Pepsi postgame show mode. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll start to wrap things up here for you. We've got a big scoring wrap coming your way, plus a check of that Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard. And our final thoughts here. The first of two on the weekend goes the way of the River Dragons. 7-1 your final score. Back with more in just a moment on River Dragons Hockey.